Hi guys, thanks so much for stopping by, and today I will be discussing about what happened with my b.a.r.e. test and what happened after, as well as like what happened to my finger. Also, I'm gonna try and answer a question if I'm still up to it. So I did my b.a.r.e. test, and if you're new to my PCS vlogs, I'm recording, vlogging as much as possible my journey in regards to recovery and healing and getting better in regards to post concussion syndrome. So I had my b.a.r.e. test, which I have been waiting on it for quite a while, and it doesn't take very long for me anyway. My test didn't take very long. So you lie down on a bed, and she was cleaning something here, and I was asking her what it was, and she said it was just a cleanser, but it was really abrasive and really painful. And I did ask her, like, why is it so scratchy and stuff? And she goes, because there's pumice in it. So just be aware, if you are going to go get a b.a.r.e. test, it's very uncomfortable. It's kind of a little painful when they just do the cleanser. And the reason she said that was that the machine is incredibly sensitive, and if they don't clear as much as they can, they might not read it right. So there was one here that she put, one over here, I think two on the sides. I'm not even sure anymore. And I lay there, and I'm just, she actually noticed that I was clenching my jaw. So she said I need to relax my jaw. And I don't know about you, but for me, if somebody tells me to relax my jaw, I kind of feel like I'm overthinking it, and I'm probably going to not do that, but I tried my very best to do it. So I did that, and then she put some headphones on, and it was like a ticking sound, I don't know, a really long time, but it really wasn't so bad. And she did it one side, and when that was done, she told me she was going to do it on my right side, and then that was done. So it took about a half hour to do all of that. It wasn't so bad for that day. It just wasn't so bad for that day. This was just yesterday. I just had a long day after that. So and I think it wasn't so bad was because this was early in the morning. I think if I did the test later in the day, like in the afternoon, I would have a massive headache, but that didn't really happen. So I'm kind of glad, and I think they do that. I think they had to schedule it like really early for that reason. So my finger, my pinky finger has a bruised bone on it. And this was really purple, but it's not anymore. So a few days ago, I was trying to grab something that fell off in between my bed and my side table, and I tried to grab it, and I heard a crack. And I was just trying to toughen out what I held on to it, and it was like I was moving my finger and all that, and it was moving, so I'm like, it's not broken, so maybe it will just like go away, right? So after a few days, I was just kind of like letting it slide, and just I was taking like a leave, but the other day it just at some point it was like this throbbing pain, and I couldn't really think straight. Like my head was starting to hurt because it was triggering my PCS. It was triggering my PCS, my headache, my anxiety. So everything was just like coming out, and I'm like, oh, I gotta do this. So I went to urgent care and got it taken care of. They did the x-ray, and this was bruised up. There was a burst blood vessel that was here. Here is just like a little strained, and then here too is a little strained, because this was hurting right here, and this was hurting right here like a lot longer, for probably a couple weeks. And then it was like around here, it kind of felt like nothing really, but it was purple. It really reminded me of like a very opaque, metallic, very pigmented purple eyeshadow right here that was just like rubbed like that. And it was just like one of those very luxurious eyeshadows. When I first noticed it, when I showed it to my husband, he's like, what happened? Did it look like you punched something or someone? And I said, I don't know. I just got out of the shower and I noticed it. And he's like, oh my gosh, does it hurt? You know, like all that stuff. And I'm like, it doesn't really hurt. But, you know, they did the x-ray in the whole hand. So I have to wear like a splint until it doesn't hurt. I tried to not put a splint today and it was just throbbing. My they gave me prescription medication. I forgot what it's called. It started with a K, Cremidol or whatever. It's not a narcotic, they said. So that's kind of good. But the bad side is that my pinky still hurts. You know, I guess it's not as bad as what it was, but it still really hurts. And like earlier, I was trying to skip the second pill. And my God, like everything just hurt. Like it felt like my whole arm was vibrating in pain and everything was just like awful. So I took the pill because it's really bad. And so I didn't want to feel that anymore because I was just so irritated. Like everything in my PCS was just, you know, getting lit up. It was just like coming out, and I was just, I was even annoyed with myself. So anyway, I got a question here. And so let's go with a Q&A. So that was my thing actually. But before I go with the Q&A, I apologize for that. I actually did some shopping. We went and visited family and things like that. And I had a little break. My husband and I went to like Menards and Home Depot. This is not a sponsored video or anything, but we did go there. I got some plants. So there you go. That's the other stuff that I did. You know, saw some other family, like cousins and uncles and stuff like that. Just kind of visited people that's like an hour from here. Just kind of did that because my mother-in-law was missing my son and she kind of wanted to hang out with him, but she got issues with driving and her eyesight, so we just kind of went, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna do the Q&A now, and maybe I could do more than one question, but if it gets too long or it gets too much for me, I will stop. So what do you do when you have a long day? When you get extreme painful headaches, what has worked and what has not worked? Okay. I would just define a long day means you are busy all day. You are completely busy for at least 8 to 10 hours. My days are usually about 10 to 14 hour days, and they can be very exhausting because I take care of my son 100%. And I just, you know, I'm with him all the time. He never watches TV. He doesn't play on a tablet or my phone. So he is, you know, we're doing stuff together. So if it's similar to that in that regard, what I do is I take breaks when I can. Like let's just say I wake up at 7 in the morning. So let's just say at 8 o'clock, 8:30, I need a little break. I take that break. I have to, because I've tried to push through and it doesn't work. What happens is like my head just gets worse and worse per second, and I just feel like I'm becoming a toxic like tumor, because I just feel like I'm radiating rage and pain, and like anybody who comes near me, I'm just like biting their hand off. You know what I mean? So I would really suggest, that's what worked for me. If you've never tried that, I would suggest that for you because it's worked for me. If you've never tried it, maybe it'll work for you too. That's what I do. And also when I'm taking my break means I'm sitting somewhere, no electronics at all, no book, no magazine, no nothing. I look at a wall or I look at an inanimate object that is blank, that doesn't have anything that makes me think. If there's a picture, they'll make me think, so it's going to be working my head. If there is a painting or a decoration, that's going to be the same. So I look at a blank space, and that works out for me. When I get extremely painful headaches due to that, the only thing that has really worked for me, which the doctors have suggested if I don't want to do the prescription medication, which they've given me before and I've said no, Tylenol has worked with me. There are some people that have suggested Excedrin, extra strength. I use Tylenol extra strength, by the way, not regular, extra strength. A lot of people were saying Excedrin works better for them. I haven't tried that yet. I think like and here's the thing, I keep forgetting to go get it, and I think when I'm almost really gone with Tylenol, I'll probably get a bottle of that and try it out. But the only thing that I've tried ibuprofen, I've tried Advil, I've tried Aleve, and I have tried Tylenol extra strength, acetaminophen, and Sade, which would be Aleve. What works best is Tylenol for the headaches. And they explained that to me, that acetaminophen helps with the headaches, and they explained it beautifully, but I can't remember. Because I told them, Aleve usually kind of helps, and they said Aleve is going to do nothing for you when it comes to headaches with this kind of situation with PCS. And I also mentioned that I tried ibuprofen, it didn't really work. They said sometimes ibuprofen does work for some people, but Tylenol is usually like the most common that would actually work. So that's what I do. What would be the next question? Just, we're going to give it one more go because it's not that long yet. What is it like first thing when you wake up? Okay. Before I'm taking all the supplements together, it used to feel like there is like this semi-sheer, but kind of also thick white curtain over me. Literally, that's how it looked like when I wake up. It just looks like that. Like there is a white filter everywhere. And I don't know myself. I don't know where I am. And then it feels forever. But I believe it's probably like 10 seconds that it's like that, but it just feels really dragged on. I then remember what I'm supposed to do. And I really do think because of my routine of having to wake up at a certain time of the day, it really does help. I wake up, I check the monitor for my son if he's awake or not. If he's not awake, I can wash my face, I can take my supplements, my vitamins that has like B12 and B6 in there, and everything is down below as always on what I'm taking and what I'm still currently taking, so that it is working for me and maybe it can work for you. So I do that, and then I go get my son. He eats breakfast, I eat breakfast. We do some lessons. He's counting to 10. He does ABC. He knows how to read that. He can read letters. He's starting to read numbers, things like that. And then he has free time, which he just plays whatever he wants. He might want to play with music, and I'll go in like 3 rooms away. I can hear him. I know where he is, but I'm just kind of further away, like I don't know how many feet away, 50 feet away, something like that. I'm not really sure, maybe 20. I don't know. I can't really grasp. I've never been really good in like distance. So maybe it's like, maybe it is kind of 50 feet away, but our home is like rectangular. So he's on the other side, I'm on the other side, but on the same floor, and I could see him, I could hear him and all that stuff. So I know where he's at, what he's doing, and he's safe and everything. But I'm kind of further away so that the volume of the music he's doing is not really like pounding on my head. So we do that, and we'll play around together, or maybe he'll want to play by himself with his toys, or he'd want to read a book by himself, or he wants me to read a book with him, things like that. I believe that if I really didn't have that routine, I think I would be very lost. But because I have that routine and we do that, and and I'm also potty training him right now, so we have a system. I think having a system really does help. So I think I hope that answered the question. And I think I'm just gonna stop there right there. I'm doing this vlog, this series, these type of videos, my PCS vlog series, is because I want to share really awareness. Not a lot of people really put a spotlight on PCS. It's a really struggling kind of situation. It also hits you with anxiety, and it could hit you with depression and things like that. So just be very aware, and I'll be a little bit sensitive and not really ignorant in that fact. And just showing awareness is what I'm trying to do. You could know someone or have a loved one, or you're experiencing it yourself. I just want you to know you're not alone. in my darkest moments, I always feel like I'm alone. And even in not my darkest moments, I also still feel like I'm alone with this. I'm just letting you know, anybody out there that wants to hear that, or that needs to hear it, or that believes that they're alone, you're not alone. I'm here. And there's a lot more other people that are trying to get better there. I would really suggest to do the therapy and also the supplements. I think the supplements really do help. And always rest and take time for yourself, because that's really a big thing is that helps to heal. And it just, I had to put my son to bed, and he just screaming, and my most sensitive situation is sound. And so I feel like something's pounding right here, and I gotta end this particular vlog. If you guys want to connect, all my information is in the description section. If you want to comment here, I hope you enjoy my vlogs. That you're gonna hit the like button if you haven't yet. Hit the subscribe button and the bell so you're notified every single time I upload a new video. Bring in all the questions you want. I will read them. I will add them in my future vlogs, just so we can keep the awareness going. You know, I will answer you in the comment section, but sometimes, you know, it's just better to just put it in a video as well. So, and anybody else out there that is going through this, or you know somebody, or you have a loved one, if you want to answer the specific questions too, feel free to do that. I feel like the more awareness we get for this, the better it is. You know, the better the technology regarding to helping people who suffer from this to actually get better faster, or just be more comfortable, or just be better in every sense. Thank you guys so much. And if there's anything that I missed, let me know down below. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.